Good morning. I'm in control and on top of things today. So it's Thursday today. I've got 2 days left in uni for this whole academic year. 2 days. And today is an intense and potentially long one with a 2-hour gap in it. I'm not sure if the thing in the evening that's going to keep me there until late is happening or not. I've sent a message to the group to ask them. I haven't had any emails about it or anything. I don't think I have. I'm wondering if they're doing a separate workshop outside the uni that I'm not involved with. I'm a bit confused. I don't know. The first thing is super exciting. I'm going to have a 1-hour rehearsal with a piano accompanist, like a professional one. Yeah, I think he teaches piano at the uni, but he's also one of the school accompanists. So the school are paying for that, so I'm going to have a 1-hour rehearsal with him on a piece that I'm going to do in the masterclass later. I'm just watching my coffee pot. Mind you, it doesn't overheat, the electric one. It'll stay on, and when you lift it off, the button switches off automatically, actually. I hadn't realised that. Anyway, total digression there. So after that, I'm straight into a 1.5-hour flute lesson with another flautist, which is for our performance tomorrow. So tomorrow I've got 2 performances and they're both assessed. I only really need the marks for one. I'm not quite sure how my marks are going to work out, whether it's going to be average between the 2 or I just get the highest one, whichever the highest group gets. I don't know. But anyway, I've got a rehearsal for the flute one of that, which has been a lot less labour intensive than the other one, but I'll come to that in a minute. Well, after that, I'm going to have a 10-minute break and then the masterclass, and I'm playing a slow Bach piece with a harpsichord. Never been accompanied by a harpsichord. I was so excited for that. It's just so cool. I can't believe it. I've got to my age and all of a sudden that opportunity is here for me, in front of me. And I think the lecturer was quite pleased that I requested it as well, because it was something a bit different. I think she wanted to encourage a bit of sort of out of the box thinking really for the rest of the pupils, I think. Her face lit up anyway when I requested it, and she arranged for it to be tuned especially. Oh, I feel bad in a way, like somebody went to the trouble to tune that thing for me. It's too delicate to be moved without going out of tune. It's not on the stage and we can't move it onto the stage because it could put it out of tune. So that's fine, I really don't mind. So anyway, I'm actually looking forward to the masterclass. The piece is not hard. The hardest thing of the piece is just interpreting it in a Baroque style, which I'm not used to, but I have been working on that. And hopefully the masterclass will help me to interpret it better, and it is one I'm going to be doing in my final assessment, so it will help me towards that. I might be a bit tired by then after rehearsing for, 2.5 hours and then only a 10-minute break leading up to it, but oh well. I'll ask if I can not go first so I can eat a sandwich in the back of the hall or something. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, after that I have either got a 2-hour break or I've finished for the day. I'm waiting to hear. But I'm going to take myself to the museum to see the mammoth, and I'm going to go to Costa and drink coffee for sure if I've got a break. Otherwise I think I'll just go home. I might have a coffee first in Costa, to be honest. I feel like I need to treat myself. But anyway, right, so this project that we're doing, the 5-piece ensemble thing that I'm getting assessed on tomorrow, I was reflecting on that. We've put a lot more effort into ours than we needed to, really, but I think we might get commended for it, because almost everybody else, I think, they're doing pieces that were already written and had written music for, whereas our group, we were a right raggle-taggle bunch of instruments: electric guitar and erhu, which is a Chinese instrument. I think most British people pronounce it erhu, but they call it erhu, so I just taken their pronunciation. I think the R bit means 2. It's like 2 strings. I think that's what it means. I'm guessing, because it's got 2 strings on it. Yeah, so electric guitar, erhu, and a classical pianist. So the erhu is like a traditional instrument with traditional notation all of its own, so that was a whole level of complexity, because she couldn't just automatically read our notation on that instrument. Like, she could probably read it on the piano but not on that instrument. She just wasn't used to it, so we had a lot of converting over to do. Yeah, a jazz singer. It's alright, I'm losing my track. Classical pianist, rock electric guitarist, jazz singer who also does classical Indian, erhu player, traditional, and me that just does a bit of everything. What a mixture. So there was nothing written for that combination, as you might imagine, and I didn't even expect it to be. Do you know what I mean? We just made something from scratch completely for our whole thing. So the lecturers that have sort of witnessed what we've been doing have said they're really impressed by the fact that we've cobbled stuff together from absolutely nowhere, rather than using an off-the-peg thing. So that will hopefully go in our favour. But the thing is, we spent so long getting it together, rather than just rehearsing from the get-go. You know, there was a lot of time in our rehearsal putting things together and figuring out how things should go and where they should fit, whereas I think the other groups were just rehearsing the off-the-peg parts from the get-go. So I don't know, it was a lot of work is what I'm saying. And also I could learn from that. I could choose next year for my group modules, because there's bound to be one, isn't there? Just don't make life hard for yourself. I mean, I might end up getting a higher mark for it, or I might not, I don't know, because if you're over ambitious and it all goes wrong, then you've shot yourself in the foot, haven't you? I don't know. But knowing me, I will do the hard work option, because I always seem to do that. Right, I better stop waffling. I've got to go in 45 minutes. I've packed my food up. I need to just get washed and dressed now. drink that coffee I've just made while doing that and get myself out of the door for my super long day. And I have just talked for so long. It's a chatty vlog. It wasn't meant to be a chatty vlog. Chatty vlogs are popular on YouTube though, to be fair. So I don't want my channel to be a chatty channel. I want it to be a lean in watch channel, but life is just at the point where I can't be just filming interesting visual shots all the time just at the moment. Hopefully one day, hopefully. Maybe I'll go in that direction in the future, but not yet. Right, I better get on. As per usual, I've had a massive long editing stint on the train and I'm having some breakfast now, a breakfast wrap. It's not very breakfasty, it's salad, cream and cheese, dip and cheese actually, but I'm going to eat that now so that when I get into my rehearsal it will have gone down a bit. You know, you've got to kind of time your food around your flute playing because it can interfere with it a bit if you've recently eaten, you know, you're digesting. That is delicious actually, really crunchy and tasty. Don't know why I'm even bothering to film the tree trunk because we haven't had any rain, so knew it'd still be there. I've had another little thought about another thing that might have contributed towards my little embarrassing accident that I had on the train yesterday. If you want to know about that, watch yesterday's vlog. I talked all about it. I didn't manage to catch it on camera. If I had been filming at the time, all you'd have seen is nothing, like a load of blurry chaos, because it's not like the same thing as somebody else filming you having an accident. I know this from falling over while vlogging before. Anyway, it's very bright and sunny at the moment, unusually so, and I got a feeling I didn't notice that the button was lit up for getting on the train, like, you know, now the doors are ready to open. I think I might not have even realised that it was lit.
We are now at...
Oh, I suppose I should tell you how I am after my little accident. Well, you know, I posted on my personal Facebook about it and I thought people would all be laughing, but actually everyone was very concerned and asking after my well-being. So thank you if you're one of my Facebook friends that sent me supportive messages. But yeah, people seem to think I was going to be really feeling it, all the aches and pains today. I'm not at all. I am almost completely recovered. The only things that are sore are my knees if I kneel down. That's the only thing. Other than that, I'm absolutely fine. Like yesterday, my knees were stinging when my trousers were rubbing against my knees. But no, it's not even stinging when it does that now. And I don't seem to have a lot in the way of any bruises. There's a little bit, not much, nothing to show really. Looks as if I made the whole thing up. I didn't, I can quite assure you. I bet it's on CCTV somewhere. I bet the train crews have been having a good guffaw about this silly lady that did what I did. But, or maybe not, maybe they're having a safety review, I don't know. One would rather hope the latter, but I wouldn't blame them for laughing their heads off either. It's flipping two legs sticking out of the train doors, oh goodness. Oh, maybe I'll end up on a training video. Can you imagine for generations to come what unpredictable passengers might do? Freak accident illustration, case study number 1. Oh dear gosh, I'll give them all a laugh over their cups of tea and clipboards and pens, won't it? Or whatever they have in train. They probably don't have clipboards anymore, they probably have iPads and styluses. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on. It's a very close crop, isn't it? It's because I'm getting close into the mic. I feel like I'm whispering in your ear. Unfortunately, if I do that, you get a real close-up on my face. So I'm here 5 minutes early. The concert hall is booked by a group that usually runs, but they're not here. They should have started 25 minutes ago, and I've had a chat to the caretaker and said, if they don't turn up, can we use it? Because it'd be really good to use the harpsichord, which is here. It's covered up. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not qualified. Only special people can go near it. It's very delicate with its little spindly legs. So I'm going to see if I can find the pianist, who caretaker hasn't seen hide nor hair of, so I don't think he's in yet, but we're meant to start in 5 minutes, so maybe he's just going to run in at the last moment. Yeah, so maybe we'll be able to have our rehearsal down here. Okay, I've done my hour with the pianist. We managed to go through almost all of my recital repertoire, apart from something that we have done before in a masterclass. But yeah, I'm just going to put my stuff away now, and I've actually got a half-hour break between now and my hour-and-a-half rehearsal, so I think I'm just going to take it as a break, to be honest. And, well, I don't know, maybe I could, I don't know, I don't want to overplay, because I've got a lot on. I'll have a think. Gotta be done. I am having a coffee break. I think I've got about 20 minutes, so I'm going to spend it drinking coffee and doing a bit of art and craft. I'll show you what I mean in a minute by art and craft. I've got some cardboard sellotape and scissors with me in my bag. Oh, it's not actually art and craft, it's logistics. Right, don't overfill it. Don't forget you're going to put some cold water in. Right, I'm sitting by the water fountain. The lighting is so bad here because it's overhead lighting, like it's the worst. Yes, I am very happy about how that rehearsal went. So as you saw, we got the concert hall, which was such a bonus. Got to actually play with the harpsichord. It was lush. It was so nice. I really enjoyed the sound of that when I was playing with it. And yeah, so we went through all the pieces except for the one that we'd done before in the previous masterclass, and I was very, very reassured that I was able to get from the start to the end, all the way through, without catastrophically messing up and it coming to a standstill, which is always a bit of a fear in the back of my mind. Oh, and I'm also feeling a bit sheepish, right? Because my other group that I'm performing with tomorrow, the main postgrad ensemble group, are rehearsing right now. They're just starting because they couldn't do later in my 2 hours off. So they're rehearsing without me, and I feel like I'm shirking my responsibilities. And just now, they all came past and sort of waved and smiled to me as they went up the stairs to the rehearsal room. Oh no, they just all came trooping past again and stopped to chat for a minute and went off. They were looking everywhere, all over the whole school, for a free practice room that's big enough for them all, and they just managed to book one, the seminar room, which is the one with the funny chairs with the little pull-out desky things on them. And they've decided they're rehearsing tomorrow at the same time my other group is rehearsing as well. Oops. But they're going to rehearse that without me as well. The thing is, I've got to the point now, I've rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed these 3 things for tomorrow so much that I'm just not concentrating on it anymore because it's lost all its novelty for me. I'm a bit bored with them, if I'm honest. Not because they're boring pieces, just because I've done them and done them and done them. Yeah, so I'm basically messing up because I'm switching off. Like, I'm not concentrating because I've got bored with it. And then I'm messing up, so I just feel it's literally better at this point if I don't rehearse. Okay, I'm going to eat apple and twiglets. Hopefully I can fit them both in the time allowed, because I can't eat for hours otherwise, unless I'm sneaking food in lectures, which isn't good. This is the scene of our next rehearsal. Somebody sounds good on the piano in the next room, don't they? Blimey. So yeah, going to be in here. Quite often when we say we're rehearsing at 12:30, for instance, there's like a 5-minute thing where everyone kind of arrives, because things are literally back to back quite often times, and you finish something else at 12:30 and it takes a few minutes to get changed rooms and that, so it's a little bit of a loose 12:30. So I've seen the other 2 people and I think they're using the loo and things. Okay, back in the concert hall, there's a huge crowd waiting to go in outside, and they think the thing is still on, but I just sneaked in. It's completely empty at the moment. Oh, get a sneaky shot. So I'm going to play some Bach for you, and this is the Adagio ma non tanto. I've just done my last lecture of this academic year, the last lecture. That doesn't mean I've finished, but I've done my last lecture. And to celebrate, I've come to Costa. Thank you very, very much to Dan for the buy me a coffee. So I've gone for a soya cappuccino. That's a small, would you believe? That is small. I've learned my lesson not to have anything other than a small in Costa, otherwise it's too big. And I've treated myself to a cheese and tomato toasty for lunch as well. Oh yeah. I'm now going on a mammoth hunt. It's actually sun hat weather still. I can't believe it. I'm so pleased. My friend Yongxi filmed a clip of me playing with the harpsichord, so I'll ask her permission if I can use it, and I will have put it in if I've had permission, and obviously the harpsichordist as well. So I don't know how he'll feel about being on a YouTube channel, but well, you don't know unless you ask, do you? Let's see if the mammoth is home today. Anyway, I've checked the opening times and I should have a good half an hour. Oh yes, the doors are open today. That's a good sign. Up. It's got miners' strike exhibition on at the moment. I don't know if I'll look at that. I don't know if I've got quite enough time. Your story, your museum. Yes. There's the down entrance. I better put the camera away before I get lynched. It's not a real one, it's a 3D printed replica. An adult male mammoth that roamed the Welsh borderlands during the last part of the Ice Age, 14,000 years ago. It's everybody's favourite bit, this bit. They animate sometimes. It's literally 5 minutes and I've got to get out. I am leaving. I think there's some sort of formal concert going on downstairs in the concert hall that I've not been involved with. I've been sat in the recording studio, just kind of, I don't know, observing proceedings, getting some more video footage. I might do an edit of the Pop Collective concert thingy at some point. Not yet. I'm going to get my recital out of the way first. I'm going to get my wrap out of the fridge, where it has been for most of the day. So nice and cool still. I'll have my can of pop. Yay. I want to know what's in the ice cream box, because surely that's not ice creams in a fridge, because it's not freezer. But I don't know what's in there. Well, here's withered and tired Imo late at night. So I've been in for a little while. It's about 9:20 now. I did leave a bit earlier tonight because I said, look, I've got a long day tomorrow. Is it okay if I go early? And it was, because we were just sort of sitting around the recording studio. I wasn't actively doing anything. I was just kind of observing, really. So that was fine. I've been getting my bits and bobs ready for tomorrow. My Welsh dress, all in a sort of zipped up big bag thing on a hanger. My other outfit, the fancy posh outfit, it's not that posh, just what I'd gig in normally, but smarter clothes for the other one. My miking up gear, just in case I need it. I don't think I do, but if I do, I would be so annoyed if I didn't have it, so I'm going to bring it just in case. Making sure I got my music folders, and I've been printing out the programs for one of them, because we did printed programs, and I need to get on now, figure out and rehearse my little bits of spiel that I've got to say in the both groups, which I still haven't done. It's getting late and I'm tired, and I should have done it, but I just, I didn't. So I'm going to do it now once I get off camera. Anyway, last day tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please give it a like if you happen to like it. Subscribe to watch more videos from me. Click on a playlist if you want to continue. Okay, so that just happened. No more room on the SD. I think you knew what I was going to say. Anyway, please click on a playlist if you'd like to watch more videos from me right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.